What is up, everybody? Ninja Nick here, showing you guys off my custom lever action gun collection. Now, we shall get in depth into this video. See you in a second. So what's up, everybody? This is Ninja Nick here with Tactical Gaming, bringing you guys a little custom lever action gun collection that I have. Now, I do plan on adding some more lever guns, but I will start from the first lever gun purchase to the second to the last one. Now, eventually I do want to get other calibers and everything else like that, but we'll start it off right here. Here's my 12 gauge, safety check, nothing in there, nothing in there, nothing in the bottom of the tube. Once again, doing that, let's see, safety check, nothing popping out. So, there you go. Now, first lever gun I ever bought was this right here, Black Aces Tactical 12 gauge lever action shotgun. Now, I wanted a 12 gauge, and I was like, you know what, hey, why not? So I was looking up 12 gauges on Palmetto State Armory. When I bought this was under, I think, $500. I think it was like $400 and something I paid for this thing. Everyone else beforehand paid a little bit more, and I think a little bit after I bought mine, it got gouged up a little bit by like $50 or so. But Black Aces Tactical lever action Pro Series L 12 gauge shotgun. This is Yodermunger. Now, I have showed this gun off in a previous video of mine when it came to my basic just, oh hey, here's my custom Runic gun collection, and if you've not seen that video, go check it out. I show off basically all the guns that I have. Basically everything I did myself, like when it came to all the add-ons, whether it's the paracord work, the rune work, anything else that you ever see. It's all stuff that I just decided to do because I was like, you know what, hey, why not? I wanted to make it look more like my gun than anything else, because if you haven't really watched my channel, I got runes everywhere. So that's this one, Black Aces Tactical. I got it off of Palmetto State Armory. Really nice gun. And with this butt pad on it, really helps quite a bit when it comes to the recoil. Now, when I did get this gun, right, it came with spare chokes. It came with an actual pistol grip that you can put on here, but at the same time, with how long this is, I mean, if the barrel was a little bit shorter, it'd probably be nice to actually have it, but at the same time, it's like, no. But honestly, no complaints about the gun. Now, when I did first get it, the buttstock was a little wobbly. Like, it was like you could literally feel it, just like you could hear it, you could feel it, and everything. So basically, I just took a wrench set of mine, screwed off the butt pad, tightened it up. It was good. It's been good ever since. Now, if you do have that issue and you're not gonna ever take off the stock, then hey, just put some Loctite on that bitch. But and I do have basically quite a bit of stuff put on here between all these things and everything else. Looking good. Got runes absolutely everywhere. So that's the 12 gauge. Now, also at the same time with this one, the other kind of thing I would say to keep an eye on is every so often, the actual safety here, the pin on it, will come loose. So basically it acts like as if the safety's not working, okay? So right now, safe, not safe, okay? So I'm going to show you something. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to put it on safe now, watch. So putting it on safe, boop. Now, say, I mean, like, literally, it's going to take a couple, but then it literally forces itself. So you're going to have to literally tighten that down. And you will have to do that every so often. So for safety and everything else, what I would suggest is don't ever, ever, ever have a shell in the chamber, just in case. Okay, that's the legit only supreme issue that I've had with this gun is just the safety. It literally is as if it's not an actual safety. So there's that one. Now the second lever action purchase I got was this one, my Citadel LevTech 92 38 Special 357. Really nice. Got the fur going on right there. Got some spare ammo. Got some spare ammo in this pouch here. Got a red dot on top of, got some iron sights on the side. Got a bipod and got myself a light on here. This is the second purchase, and this was the actual first, and I guess you can say only tactical style lever gun that I bought. Because they do have several other lever guns that are tactical like, and I'd say the new Henry Model X that they came out with, which I was gonna buy one of those. I really wanted to, but it was just not in stock at the place I wanted to buy it at. But I was like, whatever. But when I bought this one, I was like, oh, this looks really cool. I mean, it has a rail on it. I mean, it has the front end here. You can actually put silencers and, or, any other kind of muzzle devices here. No, don't have any silencers. That stuff's too expensive and it takes way too long. And in all honesty, with the way the ATF keeps going about their business, I don't want to buy something and then they go, oh, that's illegal. So now guess what? You have to destroy something that you spent your hard-earned money on. In my opinion, if ATF is going to make rules and laws and stupid shit like that, then they, as a government affiliate, should be paying us top dollar for what we are forced to destroy or get rid of. So if you want me to get rid of a gun that I spent $800+ on and want me to destroy it or turn it into you, then you better be giving me my money's worth. And I mean for everything I put on the gun. So, like the Citadel LevTech, I got this baby at Sportsman's Warehouse. Really awesome. Pretty much ordered it online and it sent it locally to my actual Sportsman's, which was really awesome. And it was supposed to be like a week or two until it actually got there, but it was there like in a couple days. So that was awesome. I loved that. I spent about $799 on this, so it wasn't too bad. Most of all the stuff I already had. So I mean, on here I didn't spend too much when it came to adding stuff. So I would say I bought the light. That was something new that I bought. Bipod I bought. Iron sights, I already had these. I already had this. This was actually on one of my other guns, and I took this off and kind of changed the optics around because the one I originally put on here was pretty big. It was huge. And in all honesty, it just looked awkward on there after I looked at it enough. I'm like, yeah, no, this is just too big for this gun. So I took it off and I put it on to my other gun, and honestly, it looks way better. And ironically, now that gun has two laser systems on it, which is kind of like, in a way, a waste, but not really, because one's a green dot laser and the other one is a red dot laser. So, I mean, it kind of, I like it. It works. But, yeah, got the little hammer spur on here. That actually came with the gun, FYI. So if you do get a Citadel LevTech, there will be a hammer spur in there. No extra purchase necessary for like some lever guns. But really nice. Shot some plus P's through this. So if you're curious if your LevTech can actually shoot plus P's, it can. Because when I bought these, because these are 38 special plus P's, it's like the equivalent to shooting a 357 Magnum, except softer, in all honesty. Because took this out shooting with my girlfriend. Videos on YouTube, check that out. She had no problem shooting this gun. No problem at all. It was super smooth. The action was great out the box. Loved it. So if you're into lever guns, check out the Citadel LevTech 92. And I mean, it was just a good gun. I loved it. And I mean, I have no complaints. Straight out the gate, loved the gun. Had no issues whatsoever. But this one, I added a whole lot. And I do mean, I can't say a whole lot of runes, but I mean, I got a rune here, runes up there, runes on the side, runes all on the lever itself, everywhere. And of course, just so that you know, because, hey, I'm going to make sure everything is safe, so all y'all know. Got some there, got some here. So, man, I got runes all over my stuff. Now, great gun. Love it. Now, everything I have on here isn't, like, super fancy, super expensive stuff. Like, some of it is stuff I was like, fuck it, I'm going to buy some stuff off of Amazon. Why not? Now, if you're going to buy anything off of Amazon, I do highly suggest making sure you check out who the manufacturer is, because there is a buttload of Chinese companies on there who will sell you some cheap-ass stuff that is not going to be good for your gun. So, always keep that in mind, okay? If anything, look for anything that's like an American-style company if you can. Now, if you're curious onto why I added the fur here, it's because, so this is where my cheek goes. If, God forbid, it's super cold outside while shooting, such as like below 0 or below, 20 degrees, because where I live, it gets cold. So, I don't want my face sticking to anything. So, for me, I was like, you know what? Why not get some fur? Put it on here. That way, my face don't get too cold. And it actually adds a little bit extra padding to the side. Because on this side, it wasn't too super patty. So I was like, okay, you know what? Hey, why not? So I did that. And, I mean, I loved it. So, last but surely not least, was the last purchase. And if you watched any of my recent videos, any gun unboxings, you definitely know which one this is. And in all honesty, it is definitely my favorite lever gun. And it's one that I'm definitely really happy with the way it came out, because she is just gorgeous. But now, that last gun, the 38 Special 357, that's Sif, by the way. So, this is Lady Sif. And if you don't know who Sif is, that is technically Thor's wife. So, not who anyone thinks if you're watching Marvel and all that bullshit. But no, actual wife. But yeah, that's Lady Sif there, and she's a little badass. But this one I definitely love. Like, this purchase was something I definitely was really, really happy for, because honestly, this was, I would say, almost about the same price as the 38 Special 357, which is kind of funny considering the caliber of the gun. So, here is my 4570 Henry side gate lever action gun. Now, I bought everything that on here I bought for this gun. Like, everything I bought for the gun. So, basically, I bought a Rhino rail from Ranger Point Precision. I got a hammer spur from Ranger Point Precision. I got a side takedown for my lever, so I don't have to, actually have a screwdriver or anything else like that. And it's a compass, a functioning compass. Like, you can actually take that thing off and use it as a compass. Pretty gnarly. So, that's pretty cool. I definitely braided the lever, of course, because, I mean, these things are rough on your hands, so, I mean, they will tear your hands up, and obviously, safety check, nothing in there. But, like, this hammer spur, like, they diamond the crap out of this thing, so, you can literally grade the skin off your finger with this thing. It is so nice. I love it. And then we got, of course, my beefy rounds. Love these things. So, this right here was an Amazon purchase. Like, this whole, like, end of the stock here. The little cheek riser part. Cheap, and honestly, I like it. Mainly because it comes with this side right here that gives you 8 rounds, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then the other part that I like about it is the other side, which gives you another 8 rounds. you literally have another 8 rounds right there. Protected and everything by a little Velcro sleeve. Now, once again, if you're asking and wondering why, hey, why do you have fur on your 4570 on the back end? Well, for me to actually get a good cheek rise and everything else, my face has to be here. Well, I want this to be nice and warm if I'm hunting during winter, because up here where I live, we have bears and moose, and I mean we have the biggest bears and the biggest moose in all of the United States. So 4570, definitely a must. But so I braided the thing. I put some little protection runes and whatnot on there. I have runes all over the place. And then I have a foregrip. That way, I don't have to worry about holding onto this or anything else like that. This gives me, I'd say, a little bit more of an actual, position on here. A little bit better than if I were to be actually like this. Now, I do like it like this. So, I mean, with the fact that I can just easily remove this, no problem. But I put that on there to give me a little bit more of like a grip on there, because eventually I kind of do want to actually get one of Ranger Point Precision's actual like quivers and place it on this side. That way I have at least a couple more rounds that I can like pull out of there anytime I need. But also got Ranger Point Precision's Gen 2 handguard / rail system, because it's like, well, I want to be able to have access to my tube so I can actually take my tube out. So that's awesome. And got O-Light for it, little removable one and everything else. So it's like, pressure pad, you can push it or you can hold it. So I mean, really nice. And I mean, this is definitely my hunting gun. Like, I bought this strictly for hunting, and I mean, I don't have a whole lot of guns, and to be honest, you don't need a lot of guns to actually make the purpose for whatever it is. You can literally have one gun, and that one gun can be your overall do everything gun. It really can. It just depends on like how good you are with that gun. So I mean, if you want to be good with a gun, just train a lot. Train, 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 train. But now we also got this nice spiky little bipod on the front. When I saw that on there, I was like, you know what? Yes. Now, it's not like the best bipod that I've ever had. It does stick a little bit when it comes to certain things. But I like it for this one fact that like I literally have a double spear in the front of my gun. I like it. So, I mean, it's pretty gnarly. And then the last thing was the LPVO that I got for it, which is a Tacticon, and it was literally $120 something. Got this off, like I said, got it on Amazon. Tested it out, loved it. Like, it has a great reticle inside. Like, I will try to show you. I highly doubt it's gonna work. Just an FYI, I really, 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 really doubt it's gonna work. But let's see here. This. Yeah. So we'll go to the highest power. We'll see if I can get to see in there. Yep, there it is, right there. So there's that. Now, if you're curious if I'm actually flagging myself, I am not, because the gun is well past my head, and obviously it is empty. But there's that. That's the highest power. Okay, now we will go to the lowest power, which is 1. Now, on the camera, 1 doesn't really look like it's all that illuminated, but it's there. It just depends. So, like, it looks better when actually my facial hair is in the way. But, yep, there you go. Now, it is a dotted system in there. Just FYI, just if you're curious. And then I will show you what it looks like when it's not on. It still has the dots and everything. So, one of the reasons why I got an LPVO for this gun is it's my hunting gun. It's going to go out for only a couple hundred yards. I do want to try to max it out to see how far I can go and get as accurate as possible. But at the same time, I can see me literally just going a couple hundred yards with this thing, and that's it. But this thing is a beast. I love this gun. She is sexy as all hell. Oh. And yes, I ruined out my entire LPVO because I was like, well, you know what? This is my gun. And you know what? If I go to the range or anything else, awesome. Now, the cool thing about this is generally how nice everything works, because it has a locking system on the knobs for, your height and your diameters and everything else like that. The clicks are audible, so good. You can literally hear it. Now, each click is like the equivalent of like one half MOA or half an MOA. So I mean, that's pretty awesome. Now, when you want to like make sure it doesn't go anywhere, you have that lock so that it won't literally go anywhere. That's top and bottom. But yeah. And when I got this gun was I'd say $700 off of Sportsman's, and it was basically almost the same thing when it came to getting the LevTech. Ordered it, and it was supposed to be there in a couple weeks. Got there within a week, and the process was quick because I already paid for it. So then all I had to do was background check, and it was awesome. Now, it does not have a threaded barrel in the front, so I can't put a muzzle device or anything on here like that. But in all honesty, that doesn't matter to me. I wasn't planning on putting one on here. In all actuality, if I do get another 4570, I'll probably get a Ruger Marlin, and then possibly get one where like I'll either get it threaded, or maybe I'll get a Henry X, and because that one already comes threaded. So yeah, but highly suggest when you put this rail on here, the Ranger Point Precision. Uh, So they give you the dovetail, that the piece that actually goes in here, so you can actually lock it up to the barrel and everything else, so it's not wriggling anywhere. Like, they give you the one. So I do highly suggest getting a buttload of sandpaper if you want to use the one they give you, right? Or you can use the one that they have, like your actual dovetail, right? It's just you're gonna have to use certain screws. So like what I did was the screws that I had from my actual original Henry, from the actual wood actual stock and everything. I used those instead of the actual Ranger Point Precision ones, because the Ranger Point Precision ones they give you are a little bit smaller. So I just used those ones and put them in there. Now at the same time with this rail, what they do is they give you these little pinpoint ones that you can actually screw in that basically tighten it up a lot better. Like, you can't really see it from here, but so you see that little hole? There's one like this here, one on the other side, one in the middle, and one on the other side. So you have four of those extra little screws that you can put in to tighten it up to the actual barrel. So if you use the same old actual one that you already had on your gun, and you're like, oh hey wait, it's still wriggling around, make sure that you put those screws in, see how it goes, see how you like it and everything else. Unscrew them. And I mean like the little point screws, these ones, not the actual ones that go into your dovetail. But make sure you see how you want it, got it the way you want it, and then make sure you take them out, put some Loctite on there, and then screw them on back in. Make sure you Loctite this, because it is a 4570, so it's a thumper. Now, I still need to go take this out to the range and actually get it sighted in and everything else. This is a 1x4x24. It did come with the caps, which was really nice. I like that. I mean, you don't really need the caps, and the caps are removable. It does help a little bit, keep the dust and stuff off. But that is it for my custom lever guns. But much like how I have with my 92 Citadel, I have runes absolutely everywhere on this gun. And honestly, I kind of want to put more, but no idea if I'm actually going to or not. But this gun is officially done, minus the sling that I'm actually making. Because I did make a custom sling. I just need to get an actual little tighten up section because I want to make sure I'm actually able to loosen and or tighten as necessary depending on how I'm carrying it. But yeah, and honestly, like this little throw lever here is pretty tight, but I'm pretty sure it will like lessen as I use it more and more. But really good. The 1X is pretty good. So like it's almost like looking through a normal red dot, but not really. But I like the fact that you can actually audibly see the dots without the actual battery or LPVO on. So that was the big reason why I wanted one because it's like, well, with a red dot, if your red dot just goes out, you're fucked. Unless you have like decent iron sights that you can use while using the red dot, which I did with my actual AR that I have. That one I did. I set it up to the point to where if the red dot doesn't work, I'll have my laser for like close distance or whatever. But at the same time, my iron sights, the way I've set them up, all works perfect. That's my gun. Still my favorite gun, but this one is also my favorite gun. And this is Scotty, the goddess of the hunt, the giantess. Oh, so sexy, so beautiful. So that's it for my custom Runic lever gun collection. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I hope everyone has a great day, great night, great evening, all that great stuff. You know exactly what I mean. Catch me for my next one. Later, guys.